ex-rust proofing technician looks at a Land Rover that's 23 years old. Been wax oiled. There's a couple of purposes for this video. Firstly, just look over it. It has been wax oiled, as you can see. You can see the little edges there where the rust's coming back through. Really, it wants a little scrape in places to get rid of all that rust. You can see where people have done stuff to it, and it just wants cleaning up. You can see the floor up there is all good. It's a rebuilt transfer case in it at some point by the look of it, maybe even a box. All the sill is still there, and it looks all original. Back corner's still there. Now, if you're thinking about buying a vehicle, I scraped this front corner here. You can see there where it's quite rusty underneath. It's not rotten, but it is quite rusty. Problem is, if somebody's wax oiled a vehicle, this has been done, I think he said 3 times in its life. If somebody has rust proofed a vehicle, what you need to look for, so you see that edge there, where those 2 seams meet, that's really good, because there's no swelling, nothing's blowing out. So even though it has been wax oiled, I mean, you can see up in the wheel arches, normally they rot up inside here, the Disco 2s. And the back chassis is quite bad normally as well. Yet again, these mounting points all rot out. As you can see, this is actually in really good nick. It could do with a couple of mud flap brackets. Like I say, it wants a bit of a scrape and a reapply in places. But overall, the vehicle's good. Tank strap, I scraped some of that off as well. Generally, if you see a vehicle that's been sort of wax oiled or rust proofed in some way, what you want to look for is little bits where you can see, like here, you can see where it's hanging off inside, where it's not actually attached properly. That means it's rusted underneath still because the coating's failed, which wax oil does. I mean, a lot of products will do. The trick is to get that cleaned off. If you was to clean that off and then reapply wax oil to it, that would then stop that rusting again for another many years. Now this video is also going to serve as a reference if ever I sell this, because it's going to be used by myself for a little while. So it may at some point get used as a reference if ever I sell the vehicle, because obviously all this will be, I'm going to go through, re-inject the chassis, put some decent Dinatrol products on it, just to help prolong its life a bit more. But I mean, all in all under here, not too bad. Like I say, you can see where it's quite thick here and where it's starting to let go. There's nothing to worry about. It's just, it wants doing soon, because you can see where that's coming off. If I get a scraper, I touched it. I was trying not to touch it because it's waxy, it's oily. Put that camera in that phone in that camera, that camera in that phone in that hand. See where it's just not stuck anymore. You can see there, look, there's these original bits like that. Just want cleaning up. So if you're looking at a vehicle to buy, that's what you need to look for. Now you can see that's just surface rust, it's really not that rusty at all. But that needs to be removed in order to put anything else on it to make it good again. Now, okay, I shall get some products and I will redo this. Clean all those areas off like that. Like I say, there's no wrong with that. You can see it's rusty, but it's not rotten, it's not rusted through. There you go, that bit inside there as well. but I shall go around, clean all this up like this, take all those nasty bits off, and then recoat it with some new products. It's the only problem with wax oil, it tends to do that. I prefer the Dinatrol products. Makes a nicer finish. It also dries so it's not as sticky. I may actually recoat this with some Schultz tins of Dinatrol. Go with a decent-ish oil leak up there. Might be worth taking care of. I'm pulling that down and having a look up there at some point. But that's still the original tray as well, which is quite amazing. So, yeah. All the arches are in it. It's a pretty nice, decent truck. So, there's a little tip about what you want to be looking for if you've bought a vehicle that's been rust-proofed or gooped up. If it's been done very, very recently, then I'd watch yourself, because the chances are somebody's trying to hide something. But then if they've done a decent job, that's not too bad. So, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.